Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Top Flight Pod. You know what it is. You know what we're here to do. We're back in studio today, beautiful Austin, Texas. And with the boys, we got B here to my left. We got Primo off screen, controlling everything on the ones and twos. Still waiting for my G-Bali to come back. A lot of folks still waiting for Bali to come back. He came, dropped the bomb, dipped.
Dipped.
So hopefully next week we have the young lad here to talk about obviously the best of three series. By then, game one would have already been finished with. But B, starting off with you, mate. How are you doing?
Man, it was a good weekend. UT won. Austin didn't play, but UT won. They beat Mississippi State. So a good weekend. You know, it's the calm before the storm, brother. Game one is in the horizon. So I'm excited for the playoffs. But yeah, it's a good weekend.
I think that's the name of the pod, the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
We're here just waiting for game one. It's going to be in LA. Just like you said, no Austin game to kind of, react to, reflect, analyze. But we got a lot of, topics, some off-footy topics that we're going to get into. But that's top flight, right?
Top flight.
Primo, how are you doing, mate?
I'm doing good. I'm just excited for this first playoff game to come and just to get it over with. It's gonna be a tough game, but a lot of emotions going into this game, I think.
A lot of emotions, mate, and a lot of things that we have to, reflect on building up to this series. I mean, is this bigger than the U.S. Open Cup final?
Oh,
No, it can't be.
it can't be.
It can't be.
It
It
can't
can't
be.
be.
It's
But
a different feeling.
it is a different
If we-
feeling, but it feels like it's a big stage. as
Yeah,
well.
it's just like we haven't been here since 2022.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Been a minute.
And
It's been a minute.
last night I was with the boys and I kept telling them, man, we gotta watch the game. And they're like, oh, well, when's the last time we went to playoffs? 2022. And I got a good laugh out of that one.
And there's a video that's kind of going viral right now on social media of you and some of the lads celebrating
Yeah.
to the punt return that UT had in the late stages of the game against Mississippi State. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, where's that love for Austin
Bro.
FC? But I was like, wait.
I'm in there.
Those gentlemen have done that for Austin FC
Yeah.
before. They've been at Q2 Stadium. They've tried to celebrate with Austin FC before, but things just don't go their way the times that they go sometimes.
And me, I'm a walking Austin FC, how would you say? Ambassador, brother.
100%.
Everywhere I go, I always bring up the game. And I even tell them deep down, I don't care what they say deep down, they love this club, brother.
They're Austin FC fans, but
Yeah.
Austin, if Austin would have won that Open Cup final,
it would have done us
it would have done the brand for Austin in
Yes.
the city
Yes.
amazing.
I
I was
mean-
even talking about they would take some ground from UT, a
Yeah.
little bit, like 2%,
Maybe
1%,
some confrontations would have happened. maybe.
100%. But anyways, we got a lot to get into today, mate. Like I said, no official Austin FC game to get into, but we're going to be talking about some of the stuff building up to the LAFC playoff series. Shout out to the Patreon members and the Discord members. Our plan for the playoffs is be in Austin for game one. Game two, obviously the game is in Austin. And then if it goes to a game three, it would be in LA. We would travel for that one and get you guys the coverage, some of the behind the scenes stuff like you saw us do in Minnesota. That is our kind of content plan for this playoff series.
Plus, I mean, I talk a lot about LA, the team, and that's good. But I do enjoy going to LA, brother.
It is a
I
good
do enjoy
spot.
being
It is a
over
good
there.
spot to go
Yeah.
to. There's a lot of good food, a lot of cool things to do.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of friends in LA. Have a lot of friends. A lot of friends.
A
over
lot
there.
of love from LA.
And there is going to be a watch party for Los Verdes. That information is not out yet. They haven't posted it on their social media. But when they do, it will be shared onto ours, and you will be able to see it there. But there obviously going to be something. Maybe
Yeah.
at Hop Squad,
And it's a
Maybe
late
something like
kickoff too, so
9:30. That is.
yeah, it's a late kickoff.
It is
but-
an interesting one. But some quick news, mate, before we get into anything. Some quick news. Texas beat Mississippi State in dramatic fashion. Another punt return from Niblet. So let's just talk about that real quick. Now, your reaction to the game. It was another crazy one. Just real quick, your thoughts on Texas beating Mississippi State, the way that they did.
It's one of those victories, bro, that yes, we got the win, but man, we did not look good. In a sense of the competition that we had, Mississippi State, you would think that us, UT, would I don't know what it is that I feel like we should be able to handle business against Mississippi, against Kentucky last week, against these teams that you would think we would handle business, but we're not. We're scraping away. The defense has to bail us out last week. And then this week, the special teams does it again in a very hard-fought win. A win is a win. Technically, we're still alive for playoffs. The rankings just came out. We're 20th. We went up from 22 to 20. But still not satisfied. I mean, a lot of hate is on Manning, Archie Manning. A lot of people talking about him, and his game is being like watched with like a magnifying glass. Everything he does has been judged. So a lot of hype on him. And it sucks because we come off watching UT the past 2 years with Quinn, where we would take care of business, brother. Yeah. We would take care of business. We would take care of these teams. And I've yet to see that from this team this year, bro. So
now, I do have to ask the question. I see the final score, right? 45-38. To me, that's 45 points that the offense put up. You know, at the end of the day, what I'm seeing on social media is Arch is overrated. Arch is not the guy. We need to bring in other talent. Folks are asking for Quinn Ewers back. 45 points is enough to win you a ball game, hey?
Yeah.
Although we have given credit to Texas for their great defense, and it is true that they have bailed them out a lot of the times. 38 points scored by Mississippi State. I mean, is that an Arch Manning problem? I don't think so, bro. I don't think Arch is the problem in this game. We were looking at some of the highlights. Arch threw some pretty good passes, some really good throws to the end zone. I mean, I don't understand what everybody's talking about. Get rid of Arch now, get rid of Arch this and that. I think that they need to just let this guy keep building off of what he has.
It's crazy how much that last name weighs, bro, because you take that last name away and you you just looking at the performance from this quarterback for Texas, you would be like, oh, he did pretty good. But since it's Arch Manning, it's like, oh, like
he did throw one pick.
It was kind of tipped too.
It was kind of tipped, and Arch has one interception in him every ball game, at least once.
Yeah.
If you want to bet on an Arch Manning pick.
Yeah,
that's definitely something that's gonna happen. But
that punt return was I think what set off the game to go in our way.
What was going through your mind when that punt return happened?
Oh man, so we were at No Make watching the game, and the boys bought some shots. I didn't want to take one because I'm hesitant. I don't want to take one. It was
what kind of shot?
Lalo.
No, what kind?
Lalo is tequila. Is
Lalo's
it?
Tequila.
Or my?
I've never heard of that. Primo,
you ever heard of Lalo?
Lalo, my friend?
No.
I forgot. But on the security camera, I go, if I take Lalo tequila or Lalo. So I said it. I was like, if I take this shot, that one. Yeah, that's Lalo tequila.
Okay.
That's what we had.
This is the good stuff here. This is the good stuff. Okay.
So I said, you see it on the video. I posted on my story. It goes, if I take this shot, we're gonna win. And I take the shot and I chase it with the beer, and literally the punt return gets taken all the way back for a touchdown. So it was a great moment for the boys.
Now on We're Austin TV, we follow a lot of the news people that do sports coverage, Corey Mose and Parker, a lot of other folks, right? And I get to see some of the press conferences from Sark, from some of the players and stuff. And what I saw is that punt return guy. I'm not the biggest football head, but I hear some of these things and it stays in my head. Apparently, he was debating if either to enter the portal or not. And Sark kind of convinced him to stay at UT. And, I mean, what a decision it kind of panned out to be. He got headlines the last 2 weeks.
Last 2 weeks.
Well, the OU game.
The OU game and this game. Yeah, I mean, special teams, defense has been doing it for us. I know you're bringing up the points, and it is 45. Like, it's 45 points for 45 points, but...
That's like a 4-3 in soccer.
Yeah. So, like, sure, the points are there, but if you relook at the game, the defense is doing the work, the special teams, the offense just...
To me, mate, that's 4-3, and Arch Manning scored 2.
Yeah.
Arch scored a brace.
But why doesn't it feel like that, bro?
Him.
Why doesn't it feel like that, though?
Know.
Bro, it does not feel that way. It does not, like on paper, you would think it feels like, the offense is clicking, but it just does not feel that way, bro.
He does go out injured, and then Caldwell
comes in, throws a game-winning touchdown in overtime. Floater.
Floater. Those are nice.
People were calling for him.
That's insane.
People were calling for him in the second half.
It's insane to be calling for the backup when Arch played in a 4-3 game and he scored a brace.
Yeah.
Literally, he scored a brace, or he had a brace of assists. However you want to put it.
And now this is not just my sentiment. A lot of sentiments.
No,
a
I
lot
see
of
it.
people,
I
yeah.
see it all over social
Yeah.
media. I mean, Primo, if you could go to Horns News,
But
one page that I follow. I mean, they were saying like ass, bad,
Yeah.
terrible. They were saying that
Yeah.
towards Arch.
we were saying after the game that we might even go down in ranking. We thought we were going to go down despite the win.
Now, real quick, before we change topics from UT, a little bit of controversy hit social media the past couple of days, and it's crazy because it's like national news coming right out of Austin here.
Yeah.
Apparently, Sark, the UT coach, Sarkisian, informed some folks in the NFL that are job searchers, I guess, that he would be interested in some openings, in specifically the Tennessee Titans job. What do you think about that?
Well, he addressed it.
He
after
did
the
address
game.
it, but he didn't say. Did he say no? He said it was it was embarrassing that the person put that out there or something like that. Along those lines. I think they reported on it. There it is right there.
I think this is noise that we do not want right now. Like, he's mad that the information got out.
Yes.
But it's true what the information is, right?
I mean, the person is from The Athletic, if I'm not mistaken.
So to me, the way it looks like the report is true. He's just upset that it came out.
I forget where the young reporter was from, but it was from a very prominent news outlet.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a random, person. It was like somebody up there.
Yeah.
Like it was an NFL insider.
Yeah.
So she is connected. And so, I mean, just like you said, it is noise that you don't want right now. But I literally said this at work the other day. The Longhorns are turning into the Dallas Cowboys of the NCAA, where it's just noise generated from their camp. It's about the last names. It's about the pop sensation.
It's about this year.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's UT this year. They've had a lot to talk about from offside the pitch stuff. Maybe a little bit more than what's going on inside the pitch. But I mean, they've gotten jobs done. They beat OU this year.
Yeah, we beat OU.
They ranked number 20th, but that's nowhere near where this program should be.
No,
And
bro,
it's coming from somebody that doesn't really know football like that.
This season, for the first time in the history of UT football, we were ranked number 1 in the beginning of the season, bro.
Yeah, where did that?
We were number
I think that was unfair, though.
That was crazy.
I think that was unfair.
That was so unfair and so much
unfair.
hype on Manning. His first game as a starter against Ohio State, the defending champions, and you're ranked number 1?
Now, if y'all would like us to have somebody that's very well-rounded when it comes to the Longhorns, maybe NCAA football, let us know. If y'all have any guest ideas, let us know. We might get that popping. I know Cam from OPM Sports.
Yeah, but he's a OU fan.
He's an OU fan, but it might be unbiased Texas takes. We'll see.
We'll see. No, I'm sorry. Ohio State. I forget. Is it Ohio State?
He's an OU fan.
OU? Okay, OU.
Deanie is also a big OU fan.
Let's get Deanie.
Let's get
Deanie.
Deanie. No, we can't do it, brother.
We could do like those. We could do like a panel, like those podcasts that talk about the most controversial topics, and we could do one side of OU fans and one side of Texas fans, and we'll be in the middle. You know, but anyway.
Bro, hey, I love football, brother.
Yeah.
I love football. It's in our culture, bro.
It's in our culture.
It's in our culture.
I mean, you can't go into an H-E-B or a Walmart or a Target without there being some kind of promotion.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy when football season comes around because the deals are crazy. Get free, pizzas this, half off with that, get a soda with this and that. The deals are crazy when football comes around.
And we're creeping into November. We're creeping into...
Is this the best part of the year?
Yeah, I think so.
Is this the best part of the year?
I think so, bro. I think right before Halloween till New Year's is the best part of the year.
Think about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
ACL just finished. The F1 was just here.
Yeah.
You got MLS playoffs.
Yeah.
Austin is in it. You got the World Series going on right now. The Blue Jays versus the Dodgers.
They beat the shit out of the Dodgers.
NBA is back.
Wemby, Spurs are back, brother.
Spurs are back.
The Spurs are back.
I mean, there's so much stuff going on.
There's so much stuff.
NCAA is getting to the peak. The NFL is at full force right now.
It's at full force right now, yeah.
I mean, there's so much stuff to talk about.
There's so much. It's.
I'm happy that there's not more more politics stuff on the news feed. There's more sports
true.
stuff.
That is true.
I mean, I'm happy there was a ceasefire and everything.
I don't know how to compare this because obviously we're biased. We're in America. We're in the United States. Like, is there any other country where this is the scenario? Like in the world?
No, because we're just very.
Because on top of soccer, we have football, NBA, baseball. Where all over the world is there another place where you could sit down and say that many sports is going on?
Mate. We're very privileged. The Western culture that's why it's so contagious all over the world. But getting back to some of the sporty topics, some of the footy topics with Austin FC, we got to talk about Owen Wolff getting his own Ultimate Team card. It's an Ultimate Scream on FC 26. Now, I was alerted by this by somebody on the Discord chat. They said, hey, no squeals, no nothing. Don't post it until it comes out. And it came out yesterday. We made a post about it today. But Owen Wolff there on screen. On the screen, you got Ultimate Team Scream FC26.
Rated 84.
Rated 84. Now, it's pretty much an objectives card. You complete a certain amount of things, and then you get that for free. It's untradeable, so you complete stuff, you get it for free, but you can't sell it.
Yeah.
It's the Nightmare for Defenders Flash Rush. That's what you have. Those are the challenges you have to complete to unlock 84 rated CM card Owen Wolff. Now, on social media, it got a great response. Officer Bohannon says, disrespectful on the shooting, but can't complain too much. Solid card. Tex Rex says, yo, 84, that's our homegrown, but that's showing out. And then also Retorno del Cid, something like that. He says, did a bunch of Evos on his OG card, but I'll have to do this too. A day behind because the storm the other night left me without internet till today. He later responds though.
Oh, yeah.
He says, I got it. And then somebody else, J Dinosaur Mac, says immediately had to do it. So folks are happy. They're happy for Owen Wolff getting his Ultimate Team card. I mean, you were once an Ultimate Teamer.
That's an understatement, bro. I was addicted to the Ultimate Team. I mean, the Screamer edition, it's more like a fun thing.
It's like a Halloween pack.
It's like a Halloween pack.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing, it's not like a road to the final. It's not like these other packs that come out. So, but it's still whenever
84 rated.
It's still 84 rated. It's still Austin FC. If I was still playing, I would definitely do anything I can to get my hands on that card. But yeah, I mean, I love it to see Austin FC on the map in FIFA and Ultimate Team.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Primo, I mean, I think you might be closer to playing Ultimate Team on FC26. Actually, shout out to my G Ozzy. He got me a copy of FC26. He gave it to me.
Yeah.
Shout out to my G.
For free?
For free.
He said here.
For free. Gave it to me.
Dang.
Ozzy, my G. But you might be closer to be than getting Owen on FC26. What do you think about him getting his card?
I think it's great. I think it's cool whenever you see like an MLS, someone from the MLS league get one of these special cards, because usually you see like all these top rated players get all these cool fancy cards. So it's good to see someone from the league and then someone from
Austin.
your own team, Austin,
Yeah, Austin.
and someone that's homegrown at the end of the day. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see. I mean, if you're able to put him in your team and play him well, I mean, he has good stats on here. So
I just
I think
started
it's a
my
good
Ultimate
card.
Team last night. So when I go home tonight, I'm going to do the
Your first
challenges
ever?
to get Owen on FC26.
Oh, okay.
On FC26. And I'm going to add him to my... Hell yeah, he's going to make my team 10
Bro,
times better. I'm full of silvers right now.
Ultimate Team
Ruined you.
had a grip on my life. it was getting out of hand, and I had to stop. But amazing game. I love it. My peak was I had the entire Argentine national team. I had the entire Germany national team.
You used to cheat though.
Is buying cards cheating?
You used to cheat by buying points.
Yeah, bro.
You had a whole scheme
It was all, bro. 3 teenagers got arrested
in London, right?
in London
yeah.
for 20 years to life from making $9 million off. They
Off of
essentially.
you.
I paid like, no, bro. Yes,
At least
bro.
20K.
So in FIFA, let me just go on the little baby rant right here for a little bit. For
Okay,
those
go
who listen and who play FIFA, they would understand me. So in FIFA Ultimate Team, if you want a player, the only way to get that player is buying packs and just hope you get them. Same with Pokemon. Same with Yu-Gi-Oh. You open up a pack. Oh, let's see what I get.
Sports cards.
Sports cards, right? So you would buy packs until you get a player that you want. Now, let's say you want to get an individual player, just a player. You don't want to buy packs and hope to get them. There is no way to just buy the players. Well, guess what? There was a way, brother.
These 3 kids.
These 3 kids, what they did is they bought a lot of the in-game currency, which they're called FIFA points.
Your FIFA coins, I think.
FIFA coins. So they bought like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of FIFA coins, right? So what they would do is they like, let's say I had a player, let's say I had Chicharito, and a player, someone else wanted that card. So instead of buying packs, they would just pay me directly.
Yeah.
Give me FIFA points, and I'll give you this card. The way you do it is you go onto the marketplace and you sell your card and you put it for a certain amount. It's absurd. Like no one's gonna buy this Chicharito card for thousands, but
For
this
800,000
or
coins.
something
I
like-
remember,
but
yeah.
this other player would. So then that's how you transfer money. So then you're able to pick exact player that you want instead of buying packs.
And that's what they went down for.
And they got caught up by the FBI. Not the FBI, whatever the government of
like U.S. Customs or something
whatever
like that?
it's involved. EA.
The Interpol or something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah,
Something
yeah.
like that. Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
I
look
see
it
what
up.
you're
You can look it up. It's a fascinating story. And the reason why it's so fascinating to me is because I was on the train in the beginning. I remember when that option was available. And as soon as that was available, I
You
did
were
all
on-
that
you were
shit.
on there.
I did all that shit. I budgeted money on my checks to make sure that I had enough to gamble in FIFA. It was gambling, bro.
100%.
It was gambling.
100%.
It was gambling, bro. It was
100%
crazy.
It was gambling.
Yeah.
Does it say anything about that? I think it was the FBI, mate. Right? It says.
Yeah, this
I
was
think it
like a
was
while ago
FBI.
too, right?
Yeah, it was like at least 10 years ago, no?
Yeah, look, is that one which is Wired? The teens who hacked the no.
But it is there though.
Yeah,
I see
no,
the, I see
yeah,
The FIFA game exploit landed them in right there. But it's YouTube.
To YouTube. Isn't it?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's
three
crazy.
Friends. It says it right
Yeah,
there.
it was three friends. Yeah,
That's
That's
crazy,
wild.
bro.
that's wild, bro.
That's wild. That's wild.
They got rich.
Well, at what cost, brother? At what cost? Now, another topic to discuss here real quick. Damian Loss, he wins the Golden Glove in USL with Louisville. Now, from the USL Championship website, we have here, Loss earned the Golden Glove for the first time as he posted a goals against average of 0.70 to help power Lou City to its second consecutive USL Championship Player Shield title. The 23-year-old loanee from Austin FC recorded 10 shutouts and a save percentage of 80% on 72 saves, while also recording a goals prevented mark of 2.38, as Louisville allowed only 19 goals in 30 regular season games, its lowest total in a full season. Its lowest total in a full season in club history.
Wow, bro, those are crazy stats, bro. This just goes on top of what Damian Loss already had going into this team on loan. I mean, he won the MLS Next Pro champion. He was MVP. Some would say MVP of the league. Definitely best goalkeeper in the league. So, wow, accolades stacking up for young Damian Loss. And, man, I would love to have him back in Austin, man. He is a player. I know he's on loan, and I know he's been going out because he needs time. Because, I mean, who's going to bench Stuver, right?
Of course.
But, man, I would love for him to find his way into being Austin FC's goalkeeper, bro. But
Now, I mean, some folks were already calling for him. They were saying that they wanted him back since maybe last season already. But I've been, I wasn't a super fan of the move at the time. I mean, I wanted to see him with Austin FC as well. But I understood what they wanted to do with him. Goalkeepers by no means they're at their best when they're youngest. They get better with age, as they say. But Damian Loss, him being able to develop at Louisville, I think it was been great for both him and for Austin FC. I think what he's been doing with Louisville is just adding to the fact that Austin FC is bound to bring him back at some point. It could be next season. It most likely will be next season. I think so. And even though you have Stephen Cleveland here, I don't think Austin will have three keepers on their roster. I think that maybe, Stephen Cleveland will probably have to be moved on from. But at least that the guy that, is going to be number 2 next season, maybe, has been doing his thing in the USL, breaking club records and winning these personal accolades. It's a good feeling.
yeah, and also it goes to show the decision was a great one. I think, in my opinion, it was a good decision for him to go on loan to Louisville.
And, this is a guy that was in the youth ranks of Fulham. You remember that?
I remember.
He was involved with, Fulham a long time ago. So he's definitely had his journey. He was the best keeper in the MLS Next Pro in that one, period. He was
Some
going
would say
off.
he was the best. He was MVP of the league.
MVP of the Austin team as well. He had
yeah.
a fantastic season in MLS Next Pro. So that's why folks wanted to see him at a higher stage. But so pretty much what he did was he mastered MLS Next Pro. He conquered it.
Yeah.
Went to USL, conquered it. And he's on the doorstep of coming back to MLS, joining Austin FC as their full-time second keeper for now. And waiting till Stuver is out.
Is the USL league over?
No, they're in playoffs.
They're in
right
They're
now.
in playoffs. Is
right now.
Louisville in playoffs?
Yeah, they won first.
Oh, okay. Oh, they were their first seed.
They won the Shield for the second season.
Oh,
That's the bracket
I
right
thought
there.
there's a playoff.
Louisville
Oh, okay.
right there.
Oh, I'm tuning in, brother.
Damian Loss.
I'm tuning in, brother.
Damian Loss, one of our own. One of our own, mate. So shout out to Loss. I think he's going to be a great keeper for Austin FC one day.
Hopefully.
But backup is going to be first for him, for Austin FC for sure. Primo, any thoughts on loss?
I think he's just held himself together very well and going through this whole going out on loan, and because a lot of that can sometimes be kind of discouraging towards someone, especially if you're trying to make it into the first team.
Because remember, he was here for the open training event.
Yeah.
He was here for the open training event, and then he went back on loan.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, what? He was here for like 2 weeks, and then he dipped.
Yeah. So
Maturity.
So yeah, for him to be showing out everywhere that he's going, you know, just says a lot. So I'm excited for him to come back, and kind of seems like we have someone locked in after Stuver leaves. So
Yeah.
Honestly,
I mean, think with Stuver. When did Stuver get his shot? It was
first
later.
time with Austin.
It was later in his career.
Yeah,
like,
later in his
That's the thing. Like you mentioned about goalkeepers, bro.
100%.
You get better with age.
And on the topic of Brad Stuver, he's named as a finalist for MLS Audi Goal Drives Progress Impact Award for all the work he does off the pitch and for
He was
community.
runners up last.
Yeah,
last year.
this is the third time he's been nominated, if I'm not mistaken. Third or second time that he's been nominated. So hopefully this year it's his year. Stuver's been doing a lot of stuff off the pitch for Austin and for communities. So backing him. Hopefully he gets some recognition. All the stuff that he's doing with the laundry project, where he gives people the chance to wash their clothes for free, and all the other stuff that he does. So happy for him. Anything that should we read there? Zoom in a little bit, Primo, if you can. It says 2025 marks the third season in which Stuver has been a finalist. So third right there. His commitment to giving back to the Austin community. The finalists earned the highest average votes from MLS club technical staff, first team players, and select media members. By the way, we had a media member that was chosen for these voting things, so it was pretty cool to have We're Austin TV included in some of this voting.
That's fire.
Very fire, very cool. And the winners will be announced throughout the playoffs. So hopefully Brad Stuver gets his, and it would be great for him. It'll be a massive year for him. I mean, all-star, unfortunate loss in the cup final, but he made a cup final. The record that he also broke.
Yeah. The
contract extension. I mean, it's been a great year for him.
Yeah.
So happy for him. Now, to talk a little bit about the midweek media availability, gentlemen. Now, there's no game to kind of react to. There's no game to go off of. But on Wednesday, Alex and I, we were invited to the stadium for a conference that Coach Nico was going to, have with media members. And I didn't know that this was live. I didn't know that it was live streamed.
At the stadium?
There was when there's a post-match press conference in the room.
Yeah.
It was there.
Okay.
At the stadium, not at the St. David's Performance Center.
Yeah. So you didn't know that it was going to be in person or what?
No, I knew it was going to be in person, but I thought it was going to be posted later on that day.
But
It was live streamed.
Oh, okay.
Because there's hype that's building up for the playoffs, so everybody could watch at the same time. And I got to ask a couple questions for Coach Nico. I got to ask a couple questions, to Coach Nico. And there was a lot of good things that were said, I think. I think Coach addressed a lot of the topics that fans were kind of thinking about. And it was more, in my opinion, the press conference was more about heading into LA. You know what I'm saying? I think focusing on LA. LA was the main topic of the presser, at least that day. And it was not so much about what Austin FC had done in 2025, not kind of lingering on what the regular season was. To me, it was more about what was coming up versus LAFC. Now, there was a tweet that was posted about one of the questions that Alex asked, I thought it was absolutely bogus that this professional media member would take a clip out of context so badly, so just embarrassingly like that, to try to make our media outlet look less. Yeah. And what the context that they didn't add was that it was Alex's last question after asking a lot of great questions in Spanish. Uh-huh. And that was the question towards the end of the entire presser. And it was something that we're working on behind the scenes, that we're building up to. Of course, this person doesn't know what we're working on. But it was just embarrassing to see somebody do that. And it was completely taken out of context to make it seem like just a softball. The whole presser was a softball, just ridiculous. And there was a lot of suggestions about, I would ask this question, that question. Well, where is that media member at? Yeah. Because when we sent Diego Valencia to the AT&T Stadium to cover Mexico versus Colombia, that media member was there. Yeah. You're going to Dallas, but you're not going to Austin? Where are you at? You have a lot of suggestions for questions.
But you're not there.
You're not there.
Plus, you could tell. I mean, for those that know, I don't want to say any names or anything, but those that know, this person that is. You could tell he's any opportunity he has to just bring us down or just kind of post something negative towards us. It's the first thing you jump into, and it's so noticeable. You can totally tell.
We shouldn't even be addressing it on the pod.
Yeah.
We shouldn't even be giving it a minute of our time.
You're right.
But we have to defend Alex.
Yeah.
Trying to make him look bad.
Yeah.
Trying to make him look like a clown on social media, and
do you
I think
think-
that's ridiculous.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I don't even want to get into it. I think you know my answer to that. But
I think I do.
I want to get into what Coach Nico said in the midweek media availability. Now, I asked him about Son. I said, hey, what are some of the qualities that you like about him? Just trying to get something about him because I knew asking him anything about Son, which nobody had really directly asked him yet. I wanted to ask him about Son by himself. And Andrew Weeb, MLS guy, and that just goes to show the work that we do.
Yeah.
Andrew Weeb retweeted the question that we asked Coach Nico about Heung-min Son, and after that, it got a lot of engagement on socials. But he's pretty much saying on Heung-min Son, the headline that I got from it was, quote, he's a very complete player. This is why he's having those numbers since his arrival. It's making the difference for LAFC. And that's him on Heung-min Son. Of course, there was a whole clip where he goes on to talk about him. But what are your thoughts on what Coach Nico kind of had to say on Son? He said that they've been doing an exhaustive analysis on him and Boanga.
Yeah, I mean he better be. We better be. Because Heung-min Son ain't. This is a top caliber player that we're talking about here. It was a little different when Giroud, maybe Bale, maybe these names that are massive names in the world of football, but you kind of maybe they were past their time. Maybe this or that.
Son is different.
Son is different, brother. Yeah. Son is different. So this is, I mean, we're definitely gonna hope Nico has something figured out for Son to contain him. But then we have Boanga to worry about as well.
That's exactly what Primo has on screen now. Phil West, shout out to my G Phil West. He asked him, he was like, "Well, what you've seen of them this year, how do you stop them?" I mean, I think that's a great question.
That's a
great question. And Nico, I think he was already prepared for this question. He says, no team has stopped them yet. That's facts. He says, we feel confident in our players, but also in a collective game plan. He was very stern. He was very hard on the fact that they already have a plan. They know what they're going to do. He's ready for LAFC to come out with the back four. He's ready for them to come out with the back five. He says, whatever they do, we have something for it.
Okay.
So, and he says that him and his staff, they've had an exhaustive analysis of how LAFC has been playing. And also, Primo, if you could bring up the head-to-head graphic that we posted a couple days ago, you can see that Nico Estévez has the advantage over Steve Cherundolo all time, 4 wins against 3, and he hasn't even been on the goal scored. His sides have outscored his LAFC side, Steve's, 8-7. So, kind of with what Nico is saying about their plan, kind of what Nico's record against Steve Cherundolo, I got to ask you, does it bring you a little bit more confidence than what you had last week?
Can I be honest, bro? No.
100%.
No. These numbers are kind of fudgy, brother, because for one, a couple of these games were before Son and Boanga were even in this sort of conversation.
Oh, most of them, not a couple.
Most of them. And the most recent game
all of them.
Actually, all of them. And then the most recent game that we had at Q2 where Owen Wolff gets the winner, they weren't there.
Yeah.
So these numbers are cool, but it's a different story when it comes down Wednesday night with a full Heung-min Son, Boanga running at our back line, bro. So it's I hope whatever Nico has figured out, man.
I hope what Nico has figured out is to cause a massive traffic jam in LA on Wednesday during rush hour, so that it's making it impossible for fans to get to BMO Stadium on time. But it's a late kickoff. Well, over there it's 7:30.
It's a late kickoff here.
Primo, if you could pull up what Coach Nico said, he has the LAFC logo behind him. This was about playing in the best of 3 series format because Alex asked him in Spanish, kind of what his mindset is, what his kind of game plan is going into this series because like we talked about already, Austin hasn't been in this series format. They haven't played in this best of 3, and Nico says that it provides you with more opportunity. We must win a match away from home and win one at home in order to advance. Celsius burp. Celsius, hit me up, mate. Come on. But pretty much Coach Nico is kind of looking at the bright side of things. He's happy. You mentioned it last week. You said, at least it isn't just a one game. Yeah. You have an opportunity. And Coach Nico says it provides you with more opportunity.
Yeah.
So you're kind of siding with him.
Yeah. I mean, Nico is speaking my language. I mean, it gives us an opportunity. If this were a one-off game, like I said last week, if this were a one-off game in LA, it's man, I'm not
on
feeling
Wednesday.
too good.
If it was just one game on
Wednesday night, I'm not feeling too good.
The feeling would be choppy.
Yeah, definitely. But it's so hard to predict or even think about game 2 and 3, bro. It's so hard for me to have an idea without having to see game 1, bro. We need to see game 1 to have some data to really think about game 2. I can sit here and tell you, bro, oh, we're gonna take everybody to see game 2. I don't know. I want to see. I'm excited for game 1, man. I'm ready to see game 1 and get some data and see how see what this approach that Nico has came up with against Son and Boanga. I want to see it.
Yeah. Now, whatever happens, you definitely want to have this guy in there. And if pretty much you could bring up what Coach Nico said about Bukhari, you know, just like you mentioned, B, last week, this should have been one of the first questions in the post-match game that Austin FC had the last regular season of the game. Sorry, the last game of the regular season. Celsius getting to me. Tongue twister there. But anyways, Coach Nico says that Bukhari is in training with the team. He's good, but we will see how he does in training. He's well and available. That was in Spanish, and then later on in English, he was asked by Colby Gordon, and he says that it was only precautionary that they left him off.
I saw that.
That he would be good. That he'll be all right. They'll be good to go.
That's good. I like to hear that.
Rulio's week by week. So that's something to kind of keep an eye on one side, but huge relief that Bukhari is good to go.
Yeah, it seems like he's good to go. It seems like he'll start, bro.
He has to.
So what it seems like.
He has to. It's a no-brainer, mate. He has to. And I think there must be pressure from above to start your DPs in this kind of scenario. I mean, all the lights are going to be on this game. Everybody's going to be watching Austin FC versus LAFC. I think so. And although everybody has LAFC to pass, every prediction post that I've seen has LA overtaken Austin.
If you're a neutral, if you're looking out, how can you go against Son and Boanga, bro? How?
Just like Coach Nico said, no team has stopped him yet. Yeah. But he feels confident in his collective game plan.
All right.
We'll see what happens there, mate. We'll see what happens there. Now, Wednesday is coming up. Game 1 for Austin FC. Now, every game for round 1 is going to take place before Austin and LAFC battle.
Will be the last game.
Will be the last one.
Of game 1.
I got to ask, now that you've had more time to think about it, do you like this idea, or obviously this kind of, it's not an idea, it's happening, that there's a huge break for Austin and LA? Do you think it's going to benefit Austin or benefit LA? I have my take, but I want to hear yours.
I would say it would benefit LA. Son and Bonga were international duty. They came back. I mean, we had Sweeney out as well. We had some players, Cascante, but I think it benefits more LA. But I think big picture, I think it benefits both of us, bro. I think this is good for both teams to come into this game 100% rested and ready to go. But I think it does benefit LA a little bit more because they are at home in game 1.
Now, I was gonna say that Austin, what they needed was rest. They needed to just calm down. They needed to just be able to. I know folks are going to be like, no, they need to work harder. They need to train more. They do, but they also need to recover, right? You need to include that.
Yeah.
Now, they've had a lot of time to recover and rest and actually work on a game plan. I think this break, this long period of time between games is going to benefit Austin at the end of the day. I think LA, and Coach Nico also kind of talked about this. He said that he thought that maybe LA would rather have the games happen sooner than what they are. And he said that it's kind of a league thing. You know, he's okay with it if it favors Austin, but you know, he says that it has to do also with other events that are happening at stadiums, other things that are going on. And LA, BMO Stadium, they're going to have a concert. I think it's Monday or Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, at BMO Stadium before this game. So there's maybe the state of the pitch might not be that 100%. But I think it'll end up favoring Austin because they needed to rest. They needed to just kind of reflect and recollect themselves. You know, when you've had a wild week.
Yeah, plus.
You just need to chill on Sunday. Yeah. Austin needed a couple of those Sundays.
Yeah. And also, we didn't end the season how we would want it to as far as score lines go and results go. We kind of, you know, ended the season the way it did. So maybe you're right. We could use this time to just kind of put that behind us and start fresh.
100%, man. So Wednesday will be game one, late kickoff. We'll see if we can try to fire up maybe like a Patreon pod on Thursday or something, or see if we can get something out there before game two comes around, because
I think we can.
we're gonna have to kind of bang this stuff out. Game one is on Wednesday, game two is Sunday here in Austin. So Sunday is gonna throw off things in the Top Flight Podcast headquarters.
Yeah.
Sunday games always do that.
And then Sunday, and then Saturday is game 3 potential. Game 3.
Mm-hmm. But just based off of maybe things that you've been seeing online bouncing around, you want to give a score prediction for game one?
Is it? I mean, I said this last week. I don't see. It's Son. It's Boanga. I should be scared, bro. I should be way more scared than I feel. For some reason, I'm not that scared. Like, I'm almost surprised of how not scared I am, or how not scared I feel.
You're ready to have a go.
I'm ready to have a go. And I think we can.
I think Austin can have a go.
But why? Why do I feel this way? It's Son. It's Boanga. It's 20 goals in the third consecutive season. It's LA. It's our so-called boogeyman. And yet, I don't feel it that way.
LA fans are talking hella smack on social media, as expected, maybe.
As they always do.
Maybe. But no, man, it's gonna be a crazy game.
Yeah.
I mean, game one, we know LA is gonna go all out. We don't know what Austin is gonna do.
We don't know.
We don't know what Austin is gonna do. Austin can react to a back four. They can react to their back five. They can come out swinging like they did against Nashville. They can come out conservative like they did against Minnesota. LA could come out with the back five. They like to do a 5-3-2 now.
I was daydreaming this the other day. I was like driving. I was like, man, what if Nico just does what we did in Nashville and we just go for it again? He did it once. I know that's not how you would approach the game. I know you said last week that you would much rather be.
That clip got some love.
It did, but he might go for it, bro. He did it against Nashville.
Now, Sama said on the Discord chat, he said, if you're thinking penalties, you're already thinking losing. I don't think that's a reality. I think you got to be very real about what you got in front of you. PKs would be a way out.
It's because, brother, if you're hoping for a tie and we concede, it's just a bad spot to be in, brother. Because it's a really bad spot to be in. And can we do it defensively? Like Nico said, no team has been able to do it to Son and Boanga. So could we? That's a tough ask.
Now, Nico said that Coach Nico mentioned that he is going to go about these games like they were going about him in the U.S. Open Cup. Knockout mentality.
He's going for it.
So I think that might explain it.
We're going for it. Wait.
You're right. I think we jumped over that fact. I think he might be going for it.
Bro.
He said they're going to approach it like they did in the Open Cup.
Plus, we only have one data. We only have data or
he also said no matter what, they have to win one game at home and one game away.
We're going for it, bro.
They're going for it. Oh.
It's risky.
It's risky. I mean, it doesn't matter if you lose the first game 6-2.
It doesn't matter.
If you win the next one and then game 3, you're in it.
So why not go for it?
Why not go for it? Damn. Coach Nico might be going for it, mate. We'll see. Now, real quick, I wanted to talk about the options for 2026. Now, I know this is a bigger
contract
topic.
Options.
The contract options. I know this is a bigger topic for the offseason, but I've been noticing that a lot of teams around the league have been dropping this roster decision. So I thought, well, might as well do a little bit of a pre-dive into what we think these options are going to look like. Now, there's obviously a big thing that's happening right now, which is the MLS Cup playoffs. But we were talking about it off camera, B. We were saying, do any of these players have an opportunity to change their contract situation with the post-match season soccer, with playoff soccer?
That's a good question.
It's a good question.
Yeah, because is there any player on this list that could do something in the playoffs that could affect their option being triggered? Yes or no? I don't know. I mean, Julio could he do something? He's on a high salary right now as far as the roster goes. So I don't think so. Rubio, Jader, I just don't see it. That's why you mentioned all these teams, MLS teams are putting this out. Like, they're already getting to work. Yeah. I'm sure some of these decisions they might be made already.
SKC clean house.
There you
clean
go.
house. Memo got cut. Remember Memo?
Memo, yeah.
Got cut.
Again.
Cut. Wait. They clean house. So, this is kind of like a pre-topic. I'm sure, coming around to it at the end of the playoffs, we'll have more context. We could have some more information. Maybe some information might slip on social media from other countries. Some of these players are foreign or are from different countries other than the USA. But the list of names, Primo has them here for us on screen. We have Julio Cascante. He's making $853 guaranteed compensation money. He's a TAM player. We have Ilya Sanchez. He's on $600K. We have Brandon Heinzlike at $325K. Stephen Cleveland at $274K. Danny Pereira at $514K. Diego Rubio at $208K, but he's on supplemental roster. Jimmy Farkaland, he's at $80,000 but supplemental. Riley Thomas, $80,000 supplemental as well. And just a little bit note that I had on the side, $44,000 in 2025 GAM that's available for 2026. Yeah. So just right off the bat, I think the biggest one that sticks out to me because of what we know of what he makes is Julio Cascante. The highest amount that I read off of the players that were on this list, he's at $853,000 made. You would think that if Austin picks up this current option on the contract, it would maybe include a raise. That's kind of what I've seen the trend in these options are. And, from what I've been analyzing, what I've been hearing, what I've been seeing, what I know, Austin FC is not a club that right now has a lot of money to play with, mess with. They're not doing that right now.
If Julio's on 850 and the option you would think would come a raise at, it would have to at least go over 9. The way that you're explaining things, it ain't happening, brother.
There's no way.
There's no way.
It is also important to know before we give our opinions is that a team can not pick up these options, but still negotiate with the players. They can still say, hey, we're not going to pick up your option, but we would like to, talk to you about this new contract.
A fresh one.
A fresh
contract.
A fresh one. And the player can decide either to stay or to go. And I think that's going to happen with Julio Cascante.
Yeah, that's the most common sense route.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't seen really that much. I don't know exactly, but from what I've seen, my personal opinion, I don't see a lot of buzz generated around Julio Cascante from around the world.
Bro.
To kind of, see him, leave Austin FC on a transfer fee or whatnot. So, I don't know if it would be in the best interest of Julio Cascante to maybe have a conversation with the directors and say, hey, I would like to stay in Austin. How can we make that happen? And it would require sacrifice from both sides. Cut. That's a sacrifice.
He would have to take a massive pay cut, bro.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that he is the most important defender for Austin FC, but I also can say with confidence that he is an impact on the pitch for Austin FC when it comes to defense. I think Cascante is important, especially when you play that back five.
He is, but he's not $850,000.
100%. But with a new contract, it would be a different conversation.
Yeah.
Because if we're talking about 853 guaranteed right now. Yeah. If the option does include some kind of a raise, the money that he would be on would be close to what Zardes used to be on, or Maxi, like the 900s around there. With that kind of money, you can get 3 Brandon Heinzlikes, 325, 400 around there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2 players around the 400 and whatnot. But also Cascante is occupying that TAM roster.
Yeah.
So that's also important, something also to, kind of keep an eye on and just to take into account. But there's no way that he continues in that area. I think if he wants to stay in Austin, there has to be sacrifice from him as well. He needs to talk to his agent and see if they can agree on a new contract with Austin FC, because there's 100%. No way they're picking up the option.
There's absolutely no way. And also, like we talked about Rodo coming into this team and then having to clean up the contract messes that were here, the Zardes contract, all these other contracts that he had to clean up. And we talked about this in the beginning of the season as well. Is like we feel like he's kind of done cleaning up. There's only one thing left for him to really, for us to say that he really cleaned up this roster, and that's Julio Cascante.
That's Julio Cascante's contract, and it's not anything to do with him.
No, not at all.
If I was a player, I'd be signing these things too.
Yeah, if Bali was, he'd say something like, "You will never be making that much anywhere else."
He would be saying something like that. He would be saying that maybe he was robbing from the club. I disagree 100%. He would be saying that. Yeah, he would. The player and the agent are going to sign what's convenient for them.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about.
He's probably supporting 5 or 4 people with this check.
Yeah, I mean, the question comes down to: would you want him to stay on lower money? Yeah, I would.
Exactly. Would you like him to stay on lower money?
400. You can stay.
That's a massive.
That's a massive cut.
That's a huge change of lifestyle.
Huge cut. Yeah, you're right.
Primo, would you take Cascante on lower wages?
I don't think I'll take him at all.
Damn, really?
I don't think I would take him at all. Yeah.
He hasn't been that much like a impact, anyways. Like, there's no.
That's tough. Pretty
You
much.
think he would take that cut though?
That's a massive cut.
Like you
bro.
would think he would take it?
But you think he? Okay,
It's up to him.
you
That's the
think he
thing.
would make that anywhere else, brother? I don't think there's an MLS club
No, he
that is going to
wouldn't.
be paying him 800,000+, bro.
Do you
I
think
just
there's
don't see
anyone
it.
else that would pay him the 4 or the 5
He might.
in MLS?
He might go somewhere with the 4 or 5, but then why not just stay here?
Yeah.
I don't think. I think if it's in his best interest to stay. Maybe Costa Rica. Maybe Saprissa.
Saprissa.
He's
Saprissa.
involved with the national team, so that's something that
Is,
can maybe help him out.
Is who play who
Ulisa Segura.
There we go. That's what I was talking about. Is he still playing with
I think he
Saprissa?
is. I think he's still.
No,
there.
he's not. I don't
no?
think he is.
No?
No.
No, I can double check, but I don't think he is. Last time I got a little bored and I was just looking at what everyone else was up to.
You're
I
like,
was
where's
what-
Static at?
Where are all these guys at? A lot of them have
Tyler
retired.
needs to watch out. The fans are doing a sweep.
Yeah. Ulises never got to play a single minute with Austin.
No,
I think he retired, bro.
bro. I remember Quesadilla was a big fan of him.
I remember, yeah.
I remember Quesadilla was a big.
Which is
fan.
crazy because you haven't seen a single
Plays
minute from him.
for
He retired?
Punta Arenas.
Oh, he plays.
Damn, he's still out there. He's
still out
I'm happy for him. Punta Arenas FC. That's an interesting name. But anyways, another player, Ilie Sanchez, 600,000. He's on option. The club is deciding if they're going to pick him up or not. Now, I think Austin already has their decisions made. I don't think the playoffs are going to be able to change any of what's going to happen or how their mind is already set. But Ilie Sanchez, if it was up to you, mate, would you bring him back?
I guess so, bro. I would say yes. I know we talked about this before the pod. I said no at first, but like if you think about his impact in the beginning of the season,
He's 34.
damn, man. But remember in the beginning of the season when he
Yeah.
played and everybody was like, wow, like look at the midfield, like, but we just saw so little of that, like, which makes me hesitant to pick it up. Like he's at an age where you're not gonna ask him to do that for 90 minutes. Obviously, you might not even be asking him to do that for maybe a third of the season, and he's on 600,000. That's kind of high. But then you take into account his experience, everything. I say do it. I say let's bring him back, bro.
Now, he's on 600,000. We don't know what the option could be. Could be maybe same money. It could be a slight increase in pay. You know, Ilie Sanchez, he did say that Austin FC would be his last MLS club.
He said that?
He said that. I think that he still has another season left in him. I see them picking up his option.
Okay. I didn't know he said that.
He said that. He said that before.
Oh,
He said
then-
Austin is going to be his last MLS club.
Oh, MLS.
MLS club. He
Keyword,
said that.
keyword.
Keyword MLS club. He could go back to Spain, maybe second division. That's where he ultimately came out from.
No way. No way he's going back to Spain, brother.
That's where he ultimately came out from.
Yeah.
But he, kind of like a homecoming kind of
Oh,
thing.
okay,
You know
okay,
what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah.
But anyways, option for 2026. I see Austin picking it up. Also, we have to remember, Austin FC is New Spain FC. You know, I feel like there's a good family connection in there right now with Borrell, Nico Estévez, a lot of the academy coaches, some trainers, some staff people there from Spain. I think they have a good, good friend group right now. I think Ilie is part of that friend group. I see him staying because he's part of the culture right now that Austin FC has grown. One more season, one more option
down.
for Ilie.
I'm down.
Exactly. We'll see what happens with him. Now, another key name in this list is Danny Pereira. He's at 514,000. Would you pick up his option, even if it comes with a raise, mate? It's only an option for 2026.
No brainer. No brainer.
No-brainer.
The easiest option here on the list.
Pick up his option
Pick it up.
and then probably transfer him out.
Pick it up and then either transfer him out because there's no way we're gonna pick it up and let him run it out.
Nope.
There's just no way
There's
that's
no
happening.
way.
So
There's
it's
no way.
or knowing Rodo, could we not pick it up and negotiate something new?
No. Danny Pereira would not. No. If you,
No?
no. There's no way.
So then
There's no way. I think Danny Pereira is also looking at an exit. No, and this is not like a knock towards him or
Yeah.
anything, but I think Danny Pereira's best interest is a transfer now.
so if this
ASAP.
option gets triggered, he's gone.
I say if this option gets triggered, he's gone, but Austin gets something out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better than letting this, option, this contract run out, not pick up his option, or not agree on something in the future with Danny and then let him go for free.
How old is Danny right now? He's like what, 20?
He's
How old is Danny
20.
Pereira?
I think he's like 24, because he's out of that
'Cause
under
what if-
22 list mark. He's like 24 years old,
He
'Cause we-
is 25.
25.
Yeah, it's time.
It's time. So Danny
time.
Danny's ready for the next jump, for the next step.
So we might be. We might.
But you want to have something out of it. You want to get something out of it.
If you really think about it, potentially we might be seeing the last couple of games for Danny Pereira and Austin
100%.
FC.
But how long have we been saying that?
How long we've been saying?
We've been saying that for a long time because we just know that this is imminent. The transfer is coming.
We
for Danny.
said this in the beginning of the season. We said this is Danny's last year.
Yeah. But I mean, are you mad at it? No,
No.
you understand it.
I understand.
You understand it. Now, another one that we have to kind of discuss a little bit here is Diego Rubio. He's on 208,000. He's on the supplemental roster. Now, that means that he doesn't count anything against Austin FC's cap. Good news for, the MLS sickos out there. Diego Rubio, a presence on the field. I'd say he's somebody that, brings a lot of the dark arts for your team. Are you bringing him back?
I would, bro. He's a good off the pitch option. When Brandon Vasquez got hurt, he was the first to fill in that spot. He would come in and he'll play 10, he'll play cam, he'll play 9. So he can play those positions. So I think we keep him. I think we trade that option. Plus it's 200, and like you said, it's a supplemental roster. So I think to me that's another no-brainer. I'm down to bring him back.
Now, I would usually say not to bring him back. I think I'll be on the camp to say not to bring Rubio back. I think Austin could use that position for something else. But just the fact that he's on supplemental,
Exactly, and it's
I
200.
think that helps a lot.
Like where else?
It's only 200.
It's only 200.
And,
Plus,
if he can give you moments like, I think he was the one that scored the goal to tie it against ATL early in the season off a Jan Komanich cross. He got the goal
opener?
versus Seattle.
Seattle, the opener.
He puts his body on the line, too.
Yeah.
He knows that he has a little bit left, so he's
has a
giving
little
you
bit left.
everything that he
Yeah.
got.
Yeah.
That's what I like about some players sometimes.
Plus, you
that they
can't-
know the end is near, and they're so afraid of it that they're going all out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I respect that, and that's why I say we keep him.
200,000.
Exactly.
We could pay his salary.
I don't know.
No, we could pay his salary.
Primo, you got it?
Primo, are you bringing Rubio back?
I'll bring him back. I've always been a Rubio fan.
Yeah,
I've always
okay.
been a big Rubio fan, so I'll bring him back.
208,000. He's on the supplemental roster though, so Rubio, I think he would want to stay in Austin as well. I mean, if it's not anything in MLS, he might be going back to Chile. So I think it's a lot of these players. Their best interest is to stay with Austin. And I
Yeah.
think Austin has a more leverage on their side when it comes to negotiating what's their future with Austin FC. Another name, Jimmy Farcarlin, Jimmy Time. He's on 80,000. He's on supplemental. Also Riley Thomas. He's on 80,000 supplemental as well. These are guys that are with FCito. Sometimes they help out the first team. But Jimmy Farcarlin kind of confirmed to us after the last home game of the regular season for Next Pro that he's thankful for the opportunity, but he thinks it's over in Austin. So I think Jimmy is out, but I would have picked up his option. I don't know. I feel like he had a lot to give. We saw some Jimmy magic in the preseason. He was going off at the Coachella Valley Invitational. He got an assist. He got like 2 goals.
Yeah, I remember.
It was like a couple of moments of magic. But he kind of told us that he's probably gone, which adds to the fact that I think a lot of these decisions are already made.
Yeah, it seems like it, huh?
Seems like they're already
Yeah.
made. So I think Jimmy is one of those guys where I would have picked up his option.
You would have
But
picked up his option?
He's gone. He's only on 80,000. Maybe
Yeah,
his,
you're
maybe
right.
his option would have gone up to like 100.
There's no
He's on
lose.
supplemental.
Yeah, there's no downfall.
And he's a prospect.
Yeah.
But he's already getting old. That's the thing. He's aging out of these roles. The MLS Next Pro Goalkeeper of the Year is like he was like 30-something years old, brother.
Oh man.
Embarrassing from MLS Next Pro. It's our feeder league. It's our
and he's
developing league. And the
Yeah.
Goalkeeper of the Year is like
30?
30-something years old,
Yeah,
bro.
I know.
Search it up so you don't
Yeah,
see that online,
MLS
bro.
next goalkeeper of the year.
2025.
Yeah.
Super old, bro.
USL,
and that's why
if-
Ronaldo is so critical. Because and that's why we had to gut that championship winning Austin FC 2 team because the average age was like 27, 28.
Yeah.
That's completely opposite of what it needs
Opposite.
to be, bro.
It's not the USL. If USL, you get it. But
Exactly. It's the Next Pro, brother.
it's the next pro.
Isn't
Yeah.
it? And I think how old is he, mate?
40. He's 41.
MLS Next Pro Goalkeeper of the Year.
Come
He's
on,
41. How do you say his last name?
Old.
Jakob.
Too old. That's how you say his last name.
Jakubovic.
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 Just too old, bro.
Old.
41 in the
Jakubovic.
MLS Next Pro.
Embarrassing for the league. Did nobody at headquarters was thinking, guys, I don't think we should put this out. Guys,
No one questioned it.
guys,
bro.
should
No
we
one-
just send him like a Lego trophy like they did to Lewandowski and give it to the next best guy somebody that makes it look good for the. I mean, just embarrassing.
That's crazy.
That's crazy,
That's
bro.
crazy. That's
Come
crazy.
on, you're a developing
That's
league,
crazy.
and the goalkeeper of the year is 41.
bro. And you think
That guy's a young prospect. Come on, bro. When I saw this, I was pissed.
you think his time's coming up, bro? He's about to break through.
His breakthrough is coming, bro.
His breakthrough's
Hey,
coming.
they
Hey,
say-
you
they say
said.
goalkeepers get better with age.
You said.
Oh my God! Last but not least, speaking of goalkeeper, Stephen Cleveland. He's on 274,000. We kind of talked about him a little
Yeah.
bit with the Damian Law subject. Bringing him back.
Bye, Cleveland.
Bye, Cleveland. Brother.
Appreciate you
Thank you for the
stopping
Leagues
that
Cup.
the Leagues Cup.
Yeah.
Stopping the Pumas. Who shot it?
The big dude.
El de.
It was a tall guy, El Memote.
Oh, sí.
Memote.
Yeah. So that penalty, that game. I mean, he's gonna forever be a part of some sort of historic with this
Yeah.
club, in my opinion.
That was aura.
That's aura,
That's
bro.
aura.
That's aura, right
If
there.
there's a definition of aura, it would be Stephen Cleveland against Monterrey in the Leagues Cup
Yeah. Pumas.
after the penalty shootout. No, it was
Monterrey?
Monterrey. It was Monterrey. He saved the penalty versus Monterrey. Memote played for Monterrey.
Oh,
Because no, it was against
It was
Pumas.
Pumas,
Memote,
bro.
Memote
It was
plays for
Pumas.
Pumas
Yeah,
because
yeah,
El
yeah,
Chino
yeah.
Huerta won the penalty.
yeah. Chino
against-
Huerta. That's who I was thinking
against
about.
Julio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That forever is
Julio
gonna be.
stepped on El Chino Huerta's
Yeah.
toe, and Memote missed the penalty for Pumas.
No, he missed it. Cleveland blocked it,
Cleveland
brother.
blocked it.
Aura.
Aura. But I would move on from Cleveland to open up the space for Damian Law, especially after
Yeah.
what we talked about earlier.
100%.
I think he's ready.
I think he's ready too, bro.
But yeah, those are all the names. I think maybe we'll have different takes at the end of the season, but we will revisit this topic 100% after the roster moves are made. But somebody from Twitter actually asked us, Aiden Cáceres, I believe. He was like, hey, whose options would y'all pick up? Whose would y'all drop? So we gave it like 15, 10 minutes of who we would keep, who we would let go for Austin FC. And I think we agree on a lot of these names. I think maybe that we're in disagreement on a couple, not a lot, but we'll see what ends up happening. But like I said earlier, I think the decisions are already made, and I think these players are just kind of getting through the playoffs,
Yeah.
maybe getting through the finals.
Yeah. Plus, I
And
mean,
we'll see.
if you're thinking, my thought initially was like, why are we going to discuss? Because technically the playoffs aren't over. But like I said, I don't think there's anything that could happen in the playoffs that could change these decisions, bro.
Yeah, like Danny Pereira's staying.
Yeah.
You already talked to Ilya.
You know you're gonna have to cut Julio's salary. Like, you know all these things.
You probably already talked to Julio and his agent. If you're gonna cut him, you're gonna let him know, hey, at the end of the year, we already decided, start making moves, start making calls. I think Rodo's a fair person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's
And-
fair enough to let them know with time and not just get him out of nowhere.
And I think it's a good sign that when you look at these that are straightforward, like, they're straightforward. Like, it'd be difficult when you have a list.
I agree with you on that.
If you have a list where you're like, oh, I don't know. It's more of a headache more, but it's when
It's
the
very straightforward.
it's
I
very
think
straightforward.
Rubio is maybe one where you're like,
that's the
"Ah."
one. Yeah, that's the one.
Everybody else,
But
there's
even
like,
then,
it's
it's
kinda
a
black and white.
no-brainer because
It's black and white, 100%. And then we'll see what they do in the offseason. We got a lot of stuff to talk about in the offseason. A lot of things that Austin FC still has to do. But on the MLS Cup playoffs, now you have Chicago beating Orlando in the wild card. Big ups to Hector Jimenez, our G.
Oh,
He's the assistant manager to Greg Berhalter. They're doing great things for Chicago. First goal scored in Chicago Fire's postseason history since 2012.
wow.
Isn't that crazy, bro? First postseason goal.
13 years?
Isn't that insane, Primo?
That's crazy.
Imagine we go 13 years.
I
without
feel like
scoring
you have
goal.
a Chicago Fire jersey.
You would
just
have.
look like you have a
Yeah.
Chicago Fire jersey, bro.
I
Go?
don't. No, I
Chicago
don't.
Fire
I'll
always
check, but I
reminds me
don't think
of
I do.
Cuauhtémoc Blanco.
What?
Mate, it's crazy how these signings work, but they work. My first exposure to Chicago Fire was Cuauhtémoc
Cuauhtémoc
Blanco. He was on the
Blanco,
FIFA
bro.
cover with their jersey.
Yeah.
Was it 2010? FIFA 10?
I forgot, but he was
think
in
it
the
was
FIFA
10.
cover. That
He
yeah.
was with Lamps, no?
Oh no, not this cover.
I
But,
think he was with Lamps.
Oh yeah, no, was it Donovan too?
Kaká.
Donovan.
I think search up Cuauhtémoc Blanco FIFA cover.
Oh look,
FIFA 10. Yeah, I
look
told
at
you.
that.
Lamps.
Look at that, bro. Look
Lamps.
at Cuauhtémoc Blanco, bro.
What
What
a-
a legend, bro.
He's in fire right now. He's in
He
deep
w-
fire right now because you know how he went the politician route?
Yeah, he did.
So there was a meeting that they were having on Zoom, a budget meeting, important meeting with the rest of the people in his, I think, county or let's say county,
Mhm.
right? I think he's mayor or something like that. And this fool, instead of being in office and listening to the meeting,
Yeah.
he was playing paddle.
Oh, that's the video I saw.
He was playing paddle.
That was Cuau?
That was Guau. That was Guau.
Hey, but it is Mexico. Eh?
He's been doing a terrible job as a politician,
Yeah.
bro. But I mean, what do you expect?
What do you
It's Cuauhtémoc
expect?
Blanco.
There's a lot of
Politics in Mexico, you have to follow certain things.
a lot of stuff is going on with Mexican legends in Mexico.
Oh my God. Oh my. But anyways, it was 2010, right,
But-
Primo?
and-
With
and-
Lamps?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and he played in the All-Star game where he scored a banger free kick against I forgot who.
Oh, wow.
Cuauhtémoc
MLS
Blanco.
All-Stars.
All-Stars free kick.
Really?
Yeah, he scored a banger free kick.
It wasn't against Real Madrid, I'll tell you that.
It might have been.
No, no way. There's just no way, brother. But yeah, Chicago Fire, big ups to them, making some noise in the postseason for the first time in a long time, led by Greg Berhalter and Hector Jimenez against all odds. I remember when Greg Berhalter was appointed to the Fire at the beginning of the year, the jokes, the banter, the memes, all this and that. Who's laughing now? I mean, I think Chicago's had a great season.
But they got a tough
They,
one.
they were even linked to signing Neymar. And it
Nah.
was
They
real.
tried.
It was
They
real.
tried.
It was
They
real.
tried.
They tried, and it was 100% real.
That's like it the same thing as SKC trying to get Ronaldo.
That was real as well. But I think right pretty much Chicago Fire was close.
Mhm.
But he went to Santos. I mean, the pressure to go back to Santos for Neymar would have been immense, I'm sure.
Immense.
Now, also Portland, they beat RSL in the wild card match. I think everybody kind of expected that. And then in the first round, we saw a game already. Miami beat Nashville 3-1 in round one of that series. And some things came out of that match. Mainly, obviously, Leo Messi scoring a palomita, which you dubbed as a golazo. Disagree. I think it was
You
a regular
disagree?
goal.
You don't
I
think-
disagree.
Okay, I'm glad you brought this up because I want to talk about this. There's certain finishes to me that if they're done that way, automatic golazo, bro. To me, it's the volley, the half volley, the palomita, campanita.
Okay.
All these goals, I think, classify as golazo just by the execution of them. Do you
Okay.
disagree?
I just see the bias in all of this
Oh
because
my God, you're taking.
there's one guy that has made a living off of great headers that have been just snubbed and just disregarded by a lot of people. And then this one guy scores a header in MLS playoffs, and it is one of the nicest goals that they've seen in a long time.
Palomita, bro. That's the whole point of the question. This other guy you're talking about, how many palomitas did he score?
Plenty.
I'm
Plenty,
sure.
brother.
I'm
Plenty.
sure. But not with the Van Persie-esque.
I think
Van
just-
Persie-esque,
I think just
like
some guys get more love than others. Some guys get more love than others, and I don't want to
You know what
say
I'm saying,
names.
Primo?
I don't want to say names,
Is
but
it-
people know what I'm talking
So
about.
you don't think that was a golazo?
I think it was a great goal.
Not a
But
golazo.
Golazo is something else. Golazo is something else, bro. Golazo is Danny Welbeck's free kick. That's a golazo.
Free kicks, I think, classify as golazo. Who those are listening, give us your opinion,
100%.
right?
100%.
Do you think that a goal scored in a certain manner automatically classifies them as golazo? Like I said, a volley, half volley, campanita, palomita,
Let me give you an
free
example.
kick.
Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Richarlison could score the same goal, not enough media coverage. Messi scores this palomita, golazo. It's all over ESPN.
If
FC.
Richarlison scores the palomita, it's still a golazo, bro.
I don't think so. I think it is not considered the same way in the media.
You need to stop letting your Messi hate
Okay,
come
fair,
show,
fair,
bro. Because
fair.
it's skewing the way
Fair.
you see the game, brother.
Fair, 100%. 100%. Now, other things that came out was Rodrigo de Paul trying to pull Sam Surridge. He was trying to pull him to the side and say, oh, let me see the name on the back of your shirt because I don't know who you are. Incredibly disrespectful. He was battling for the Golden Boot against Messi, right? The league knows who Sam Surridge is. Austin FC fans know who Sam Surridge is.
I guess the
He's
Paul doesn't.
he's a crazy good striker in MLS. And then Rodrigo de Paul, I mean, I think Casemiro did that to him in La Liga before, and then he does this in MLS now to Sam Surridge, and then Sam Surridge pushes him, and he falls back like just weak.
Yeah.
I mean, typical Rodrigo de Paul behavior, starts a fight, and then gets mad when somebody punches him back.
That's the vibe in Miami, bro. The vibe in the Miami team is what I mean. This Miami team is full of that, bro. It's full of that.
Full of it.
Full of it. Like even Messi, bro. Like there was a moment in the game where Messi's running and I forgot who it was, just kind of grabbed his arm a little bit, falls, the entitlement to just like look at the ref.
And said, demand the yellow.
It's almost like he's directing the game in a weird way. And I don't like that. I don't like seeing that.
He's kind of tied directly to the subscription, so he's technically like a freaking investor out there on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's almost his league. He's a damn co-owner at this point.
I would hate to play against Miami with these taxes that they have, bro. Suarez?
And we got to talk about Messi re-signed.
3 years.
Re-signed this Primo, can you bring up that information? He re-signed for 3 years. I think Ozzy was saying in the chat that people in Newells are pissed in Rosario, that they're pissed. I was like, guys, he's not going back to Rosario.
He's not going.
But a lot of people in Argentina thought that since Di Maria came back, there was hope that Messi was going to go back.
Where did Di Maria go?
To Newell's. Di Maria went back to his boyhood club, Rosario Central.
It's because, like,
he's going off too, bro.
I forgot where I saw this video, but there was a video, I think it was on YouTube, and it sucks I can't remember because I want to give it credit, but there's a video that someone broke down of the infrastructure that is lacking for Messi to even consider a move to Argentina.
100%.
It would be literally unbearable. Like, there is no... It's crazy how much of a player, like, the impact of having a player in that country, in that team, could affect the infrastructure in the city.
Security concerns as well.
Security concerns, just everything.
Not too long ago, they shot up one of his family's convenience stores.
Saw that.
Yeah, and Di Maria, when he was rumored to re-sign with Rosario Central, they put a pig's head on his doorstep, and I think they said, like, if you come,
and
blah, blah, blah.
Messi's family still lives in the same area that
they still live in the
same
house. Hood.
They still live in the same place where he came up.
Ozzy went to his house.
Yes, Ozzy New Boys.
He went inside?
Nah, he didn't go inside. He took a picture outside.
Nuevo hincha de los New Boys.
Bro, we got to get Ozzy on a Patreon pod to talk about his trip to Argentina.
He was there. All the photos, the Maradona murals.
Yeah, I would love to ask him some questions. It would be in Spanish, though.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what we do. But I want to get like a Patreon pod out of that trip. But he said there's a lot of opportunity for investment down there because there's no food trucks. He said that the food truck culture is not out there yet. I feel like we need to open up a taqueria down there.
Sending some food trucks.
We're lit. We're lit. We're lit. But that series is still going on. Miami is up 1-0. But, I mean, Nashville's a team that's not to be reckoned with. Yeah. Ultimately, I think Miami's going through.
I think so, too, brother.
I think Miami's going through. Primo,
they learned their lesson last year because Atlanta. Remember Atlanta knocked him out in the first round?
Oh, they did, yeah.
Brad Stuver stood on his head, brother.
Brad Stuver. Brad Guzan.
Brad Guzan stood on his head. Retired, by the way, right?
Retired this year. I saw him with MLS On Air. Yeah. He was talking with them in the studio. MLS legend.
You think so?
I think so. I think he might creep into the U.S. men's national team legend.
Bro, I hated watching him. I hated it.
He was the American Conejo Perez. The American Conejo Perez. You were like, why is he there? But then he did. Oh, okay. I see why he's there.
Yeah. I would always hate to play against when Mexico played the USA. I would always hate to have him on goal. He's just that character. But yeah, hey, props.
Yeah, props. Brad, he had a great career. Great career. Miami moving through, Primo. I think
they're going through. I think they're going through. Yeah, I think it's.
Now, if you could bring up, Primo, the games that are coming up for MLS. Oh, well, actually, that's the Messi contract. Real quick, go up. Zoom in a little bit. Quote here, it says, Messi says, "It makes me really happy to stay here and to continue with this project that, besides being a dream, has become a beautiful reality. Playing in this stadium at Miami Freedom Park since I arrived in Miami, I've been very happy, so I'm truly glad to keep going here." And he's also going to debut their new stadium. Next year.
Yeah.
So that's why he's staying, obviously.
I mean, it makes me happy to play in this beautiful stadium. I mean, the stadium is.
So he's going to be here for the World Cup?
Yeah. This, to me, I'm surprised at this. I'm surprised.
That he renewed?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm surprised that he renewed for 3 years.
That is a long time.
That is a long time. I'm surprised that bro, I thought he had maybe this and then maybe one more year after this. But now 3 more?
You think he's going to see it out or retire early? Because he can retire whenever he wants. He could buy out his contract. He don't care.
He's gonna be at the World Cup, brother.
Or could he, and maybe this is a rare case, but I think we've seen it, maybe if he has a year left, he'll finish it in the front office. Sometimes I think that's happened before. He'll finish it and like the front office or some shit like that. I don't know. Maybe not as a footballer directly. He could finish
player
it.
Coach?
Not a player coach, but he could finish it as like an ambassador for the club.
Yeah, I mean.
Or something like that.
He's king in Miami. He can do whatever.
He's king in big parts of the world.
You're right.
Big parts of the world. His name, his brand is all over. Now, the other games in the playoffs that are coming up, today at 4:30, Philly, Chicago, Vancouver, Dallas, directly important. Or it affects Austin FC, Vancouver, Dallas, because that is the next game if they get through LAFC. And then San Diego, Portland. So real quick, predictions. Philly, they're the Supporters Shield winners. against Chicago, who's coming in hot, the
Yeah.
wild card. You know, you got to be careful with those teams because they have rhythm. Greg Berhalter, Hector Jimenez, and his boys. B, who do you got in that one?
I mean, you got to go with Philly, brother. They are
so,
the
I think
current
so.
Supporters Shield champions.
I think that'll do it.
I think Chicago did good to make it into the playoffs with the wild card game, but I think Philly's got this one, bro. I think Philly's taking game one.
Primo?
I'm agree. Philly. It's hard. It's gonna be hard for Chicago to come back, especially coming in as the 8th. seed.
Yeah.
That's
Look,
hard.
man, I gave Chicago their props, but Philly is different gravy.
Yeah, it's different.
Philly's
gravy.
different gravy. I think they're built for these kind of moments of the season. They're a solid team, solid coach, solid organization. So I think Philly got it 100%. Now Vancouver, Dallas, Thomas Mueller, FC Dallas. Who you got on that one, B?
I think the Canadians, brother.
The Canadians, Vancouver,
Canadians.
Primo.
Same deal, man.
Whopping
Yeah, it's a little
67%.
one-sided on this one
Yeah.
too.
A little one-sided, but you can't
Look,
sleep on Dallas. They got a great forward.
Don't
and
get me wrong. I
Peter
would
Russo.
love if Dallas could pull through, and if
Yeah.
we could as well.
100%.
But I got Vancouver game one, bro.
Now the other one, San Diego against the wild card team, Portland.
Now a little bit of I don't know if you, I'm sure
Seen
you
it.
know,
I
but
know
a
what you're
little
talking about.
controversy with San Diego FC. Their talisman, Chucky Lozano, is in outs with the
He
team.
publicly apologized though.
He already did.
He already apologized.
Okay,
on
so he's
social
in.
media.
So
He
he's in.
said, "Sorry, I'm a competitive person."
Okay. Oh,
blah
good.
blah blah. This and that, but it's just like the Longhorns, noise
Yeah.
that you don't need.
Knows that you don't need. Plus, like, is it justified? Is his reaction justified? Do you think? Because he was subbed off at half.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that that's just enough of a reason for his
I mean, we saw that today in El Clásico where Vinny Jr. had a great game, subbed off at the 72nd minute, and he had a huge reaction. He blew up.
Yeah.
Went into the locker room, then comes back and start to fight on the bench in added time. I don't think that that's ever justified. I think as a player, as a professional player, you need to know that there's cameras on you all the time. You're a high-profile player, Chucky Lozano. I think you need to be a leader at all times. I don't ever think that that's
You don't think that's a
justified.
bit embarrassing though? Because look, if you think about it, like Chucky has played in Europe, in
Yes.
in the Netherlands.
Yes.
He's been in World Cups.
Mhm.
He's been around high caliber players,
Yep.
coaches, and everything. So if you're like, oh, okay, I come to an MLS where it's obviously a step down
Yep.
in the league. I am obviously still at a top form of my career, and you're subbing me off at half.
I think that's a disrespectful mindset to have, mate, because you're minimizing the MLS right now with
Yeah.
that kind of thought. I think the coach will always be the coach.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's important for younger players to also see that Chucky Lozano respects decisions made by the coach, right? This is a new franchise, a new organization. I think right now image is everything to set culture for future years, right? I think Mickey Varas, he needs to be respected. His decisions need to be respected. He looked to where he got San Diego this year. You don't want to respect this coach? I see that reaction against a coach that didn't prove himself this season, that didn't win enough games to make playoffs this
Right.
season. This is a coach that's taken San Diego to levels that no other expansion team has ever gotten to before.
I mean, St. Louis was
St. Louis was close, but I don't think they got to where San Diego did. I mean, they won. I think you're right. I think
St.
you're
Louis
right.
got number 1 seed, but they got knocked out
They
quick.
got knocked out quick.
And you never know.
But also, I mean, I don't see the kind of reaction. I didn't see the kind of, the energy on social media from St. Louis
Yeah,
the way
you're
that
right.
San Diego
Yeah.
has. I think they took care of they cleaned house this year
Yeah.
on the pitch and on the social media part.
Yeah.
San Diego had a great expansion season.
And I think you're right. I think this is different from the St. Louis case, and I think they will definitely get past Portland, bro.
I think a little bit more respect for the coach Mickey Varas from Chucky Lozano. But I see what you're saying. But
Yeah.
you can't send that kind of message to the
Yeah.
to the
The
youngsters.
locker room as well.
Now-
Well, he apologized, so
He apologized.
you expect him to be in that squad.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what they wanted, him to apologize publicly, and he did. He
Yeah.
went on IG. Now, of course, all these games have to happen, and then Austin FC ends the first round kind of week against LA on Wednesday. Then it's a quick turnover. Then it's Sunday against LAFC again. So a lot of things are going to start to happen. The playoffs are kicking off for MLS. It's today, Sunday, tomorrow, Monday. Games on Tuesday as well. Austin FC rolls out on Wednesday. It's like the little aliens when they're like, "Oh my God, I'm nervous. We're up next." The alien meme. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous. We're up next.
I'm lost. What alien mean?
There's an alien meme out there where it's like a bunch of little aliens in like a group, and it's like, "LOL, I'm nervous. We're up next." No, you never seen it. That's how Austin FC is right now. Like all these games are happening. It's like, "LOL, I'm
We're
nervous."
like the last
You-
one.
It feels like if the World Cup is happening and you're in the last match day of the first round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. But I'm happy that we get to see everybody else play out. And
It's
then
like
Austin
you're
goes
taking
through.
the fifth penalty.
Yeah. A little different,
A
but
little different.
Now, real quick, European segment just to talk about what happened today. El Clásico, Real Madrid defeated Barcelona 2-1 in a game that had like damn near 10 goals. So many were called back for offsides, for other reasons. There was penalties that were given that weren't penalties. There was penalties that weren't given that were. It's El Clásico. And, of course, you can't have a good Clásico without a little bit of a fight at the end. Vinicius Jr. comes back from his tantrum and instigates a fight on the bench. Xavi Alonso's going to have to talk to him. Vinicius Jr., I mean, I'm seeing a lot of the stuff that folks were criticizing Vinny about the last couple of years. I mean, so throws a tantrum, subbed off at the 70th, comes back, starts a fight. I mean, what are we doing here?
As a neutral brother, watching him play on TV, it's so frustrating.
He had a great game, though.
He did have a great game. But just his antics are a bit too much. But hey, you play for Real Madrid. You're Vini Jr. It is what it is.
Primo, I mean, you saw what Vini did. He throws a tantrum, leaves, then comes back. I mean, as a Real Madrid fan,
It's a little embarrassing.
But it's nothing new.
A little embarrassing, yeah. It's a little embarrassing. It's a little disrespectful too to your coach,
To
to
Xabi Alonso.
your teammates.
He doesn't.
Because there's the other players got subbed out. Mbappe got subbed out. Bellingham got subbed out. They go straight to the bench. But he was having a decent game. I don't think he was having that much of an impactful game as maybe he thought he was, because he was upset at the end. Like if he was, doing attack after attack, which he had some good chances. But you have so many players on the bench that can also give you the same threat. So don't be mad. Rodrigo came in. He gives you probably about the same game that Vini can give you. So
yeah.
So y'all managed to get past Barcelona's B squad. Good shit.
No, it's not managed. I think Austin did more. Sorry, Austin. I think Madrid did more than enough. There was goals that were called back. You were like, come on. Mbappe's screamer that was called back. That's a golazo. That's a golazo.
A slice? The way he kicked it, automatic golazo.
Outside the box, brother. Outside the box
Outside
as
the
well.
box,
And come on. We got to classify golazos to what they are. That is a proper golazo. But also, I mean, there was another offside goal where, it was rightfully called back. Bellingham's rebound, and Kylian was trying to make it in. He does, but it's called offsides. I mean, Madrid did more than enough. And I think they were fired up because of what Lamine Yamal said in the podcast with Ibai, where he was saying that another team in the Kings League is like Real Madrid because they steal, they rob, they always complain. And it's funny because VAR took back so many goals from Madrid, and it's like, well, if Madrid robs, if Madrid steals, if Madrid is this and that, the villain, well, why didn't a lot of those calls stand? And where was Lamine Yamal this game against Real Madrid? I think he needs to watch out, brother. He needs to watch out because he's slipping into this area where it's going to be came and went. And I hate it. I hate it because instead of being Lamine Yamal and living his story on the pitch, we're knowing for him more from what he's doing outside.
Who he's dating.
What he's doing outside the pitch.
His trash talk.
And his trash talk and not backing it up on the pitch. And I hate to say it, and I know Barca fans are going to come after me, but if he doesn't clean up his act, he's going to be the next Ansu Fati instead of the next Leo Messi. Where's Ansu Fati? Where did he go?
Last thing I heard from Ansu Fati, he was in Brighton.
He was in Brighton. And I don't think he had any off-the-pitch issues, just kind of like health issues or whatnot. But I'm saying in terms of who he's playing for next, Lamine Yamal better watch out and start backing up his talk on the field before he's playing for a mid-table Premier League side.
I think it's massive disrespect for you to compare Lamine Yamal to Ansu Fati, brother. And I'm gonna call you out on that. Because I know Daniel is probably listening to this, pulling his hair. There's no way... I think what Lamine Yamal has done in the first year of his career in Barca has already surpassed all of Ansu Fati's.
He's incredibly talented.
Yeah.
But where was that talent versus Real Madrid? I mean, if you're going to talk all this and that on these podcasts with content creators, I mean, Ibai and his show are loving this. Real Madrid players were fired up by this. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Hansi Flick and a lot of the leaders in the Barcelona locker room, when they saw this went public, I guarantee you they knew the Clásico was over.
It's almost like the same thing his teammate Rafinha did when he riled up all the Argentinians.
Like, why rile them up, brother?
And then they came in and spanked Brazil.
It never works out like that.
It never
works out. And I think Lamine Yamal, he needs to be careful, brother, because he's slipping into this category of came and went players.
And if you're gonna talk on podcasts, come and do it on Top Flight. That's all I'm saying.
But they win it 2-1. It should have been 4-1, Primo 3-1. I think so.
4-1.
I
Y'all
think
are
so.
5 points clear. Is
5
it a
points
wrap?
clear.
The league is done?
No way. Come
Absolutely
on. Stop
not.
being disrespectful, man. Stop being. And I know you mean it. I know you mean it, brother.
Can we mention one last thing? We're 2 games away. United is 2 games away from homie cutting his hair.
I was going right there. Man
okay.
United, they make it 3 wins in a row in the EPL. I think it's one of the biggest topics of the weekend. And we were saying here last week, you were saying, do you think the players care about this game? Mate, it made it to the locker room. I told you. I said on the pod, I think they made it to the locker room. Not only has it made it to the locker room of players that know that this guy needs a haircut, but multiple celebrities around the world are commenting about the guy that needs a haircut. They don't really know his name.
I don't even know his name.
They don't know his ad. They're
just
dropping.
the guy.
They know it.
Yeah,
they know like soccer, scissors, 5.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen.
And
I was on here. I was saying Brighton. They're gonna beat Brighton.
you did say that.
Now who's in the next one? Isn't it Fulham?
Who do they have next?
No,
they have Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
And then it comes down to Tottenham.
So
I
you think they beat Nottingham?
I think they might get past Nottingham Forest.
4
bro.
wins in a row, Primo. You think they make it to 4 against Nottingham?
They'll get to 4. They're not getting to 5.
We
They're not
said
getting to 5.
Bro, there was
we said it was the new manager bounce with Nottingham.
That is
it
true.
could be.
Who did they get? Who did Nottingham Forest
Have
get?
they hired anybody?
They got
should.
But who is it?
Because they fired Ange. Sacked him 19
Oh, they
minutes.
fired Sean Dyche.
Sean Dyche.
Oh, Sean Dyche.
Sean Dyche. He was hired October 21st. They hired Sean Dyche.
Sean Dyche. There you go.
Forrest is.
He's an expert. Sean Dyche he's actually an expert in these situations.
Yeah.
Well, so it might be tough.
It might be tough, but man, they look good against Brighton. I'm not gonna lie. United.
They
And
did.
you know, I saw a meme on X where it goes, if this game comes down to the 5th game comes down to Tottenham, this will be bigger than the Europa League final.
This haircut derby
It's crazy.
is huge, bro.
Bro, it's crazy how much of an impact globally this guy did.
Yeah, the internet is crazy.
It's
bro.
crazy, bro.
It's crazy. I mean, who do you think gave it the most attention? Like, where do you think was the turning point? You think when he got the negative pulling of his hair? I think that's where
he was
turning
already
point.
big by then.
But he made it to the locker room now.
Made it to the
bro.
locker room.
I think journalists are at the
Bro,
point where they're
I'm not
asking
gonna lie.
questions about it.
I was watching him when it was like day 10,
Yeah,
day
I
15.
remember the
was sending
early
y'all.
stages.
I remember the early stage. I was like, what?
I don't remember him with short hair, but I remember him with medium-ish hair. I remember the schmedium.
Schmedium.
The schmedium.
It's also his hair is kind of like weird. It's like
the guards.
it's like
It's like the guards.
it's like a hat, bro.
It's like the guards.
It's like a
from-
Lego piece,
from,
like
from
you know.
the palace, bro. It's like the guards from the palace.
It
dude.
looks like a powdered wig, but like
Buckingham Palace. But anyways, mate, I think they get to 5 wins. I got them winning 5.
got them beating Tottenham.
I got them beating Tottenham. You were saying that Tottenham is back. I think United 4 wins off the skip. Momentum on their side. The whole country, the whole world backing them. I think United is, and this kind of goes to show how things change for an organization when everybody is united. I know it sounds so cliche and cheesy, but when the fans, the players, the coaching staff, and just the media, the buzz is around something positive, things change for clubs, bro.
So
I think this is good for Manchester.
look what it's just crazy the impact this guy has.
It's extra
crazy.
motivation on the side. Because when everything is so negative on United with the legacy media, with guys like Talk Sport, ESPN FC, Sky Sports, and then there's this little tiny story off the side where this kid is just risking his social life for 5 games. I mean, that's like a feel-good story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not to be, kind of like softball about it or anything, but sometimes it's a good positive outlet for clubs to kind of pay attention to instead of having to deal with the usual negatives of the legacy medias. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is. But all right, y'all. I think we can cap it there. Ended up being a long episode.
Good conversation.
Good
chat.
conversations.
Yeah.
Good chat. Good chat. And just before we get out of here, I do want to mention the watch party information for LV. Did you get the email too?
Yeah, I did.
Shout out to Capricia. So Los Verdes is hosting 2 watch parties for the first Austin FC playoff match happening on Wednesday, October 29th, when they play LAFC at BMO Stadium. Watch party start time, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Kickoff time is obviously 9:30 p.m. Location 1, Hop Squad. So that's up north for everybody.
Hop Squad.
Hop Squad,
Hop
up north.
HQ.
HQ. It's all ages, dog friendly, free parking, 2 large indoor screens, Kramer's Cocktail Bar open until 10 p.m. Yucatan tacos, and more food trucks open until halftime. $5 beers during the watch party. Location 2 is Chalmers, right by Sean's barbershop, Fade Factory.
Okay.
That's on East Cesar Chavez. All ages, on-site and street parking. Large screen with lots of seating out back. Food trucks open until 9 p.m. Discada and Rolling Smoke Barbecue. So 2 options on the east, kind of south, and then 1 up north to check out. Now, if anything, we're going to try to get a live stream kind of thing going. It's very late kickoff, and we got to work the next day. But count on the spaces and count on some other stuff going around.
And we're definitely going to try to get an instant reaction to game 1.
Yes.
I mean,
like on a Thursday.
Thursday
have to do it Thursday
yeah,
so it can come out Friday.
So, yeah, expect.
Probably get Bali in here. He was talking about midweek.
We need to get Bali back. Man, I'm tired of Bali just showing up when we lose, bro.
Yeah.
He might not show up till we're out of playoffs. Then he'll show up and start going.
And he wants to pretend that he's right on everything.
Yeah.
Another conversation, another podcast. But all right, let's get out of here. Have a good week. Wednesday we go at war. Later.